listen, you guys are some greedy bastards, but I knew you guys could do it. Let's go, Bobby! Let's go! Yes! The first to crack. Thank God it is Chelsea. Listen, whether it was the fans that actually did it, I don't know if it was Petr Cech going out and seeing the fans today that finally helped in breaking it, but it is widely reported now, literally as I was about to finish, sorry, I already finished recording my videos, finally watching this stuff on the Super League. I've avoided the news for the most part. For the better part of 2 days, I've been trying to avoid it, to avoid going into an absolute deep depression. So, finally, after watching all that stuff, which those videos will still be on the channel later, you guys can see those, you guys can see my first reaction to the European Super League, all of the news, and now I'm already getting like the end of the story. I'm watching like the series finale of Game of Thrones while still in season 1. Essentially, this is what it's come to. Chelsea are preparing documentation to request withdrawal from the ESL. Now, will Florentino Perez let him out of it? Is a huge question, but the fans have been protesting outside of Stamford Bridge. I think they have finally listened, they have finally heard, and honestly, it's the first crack. It's the first crack. There were rumors that Chelsea and Man City were on the edge of it, because we're not in, I mean, Chelsea and Man City obviously have posted humongous financial losses due to the pandemic. However, we aren't dead for money. We joined the Super League because you don't want to be left behind in football. That's the only reason they joined the Super League. And now that they're seeing the backlash related to it, whether it's from the players, whether it's from the fans, whether it's from Tuchel, the manager, a lot of these people who had no clue what was happening, they have finally begun to crack. Bruce Buck, our American owner, who I did on my second video today, who's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot. He does not deserve that job. But thank God, he has finally just let it go. He has let things go. He has let Chelsea get themselves out of this terrible Super League. The idea is nice and foolproof, but there's nothing to play for in it. Like, you don't get relegated, you don't have any competitive edge. All you're playing for is to stay rich and to make humongous TV revenues. And that's just so dumb. There's no sporting side to it. It's all business. It doesn't make any sense. And so Chelsea are the first team to crack, preparing stuff to get out of the European Super League. I actually do wonder if that means that other teams are going to join them. I know Man City were the other team with cold feet. If Chelsea and Man City, two of the recently most successful clubs in England. I mean, if you look at over the past 15 years, the amount of titles, whether it's the Champions League, Europa League, the Premier League titles, the FA Cup titles, these two teams have kind of dominated. If they're the ones that are pulling out, other teams will follow. The likes of Arsenal and Tottenham, who probably shouldn't be in this in the first place. Both of them struggle sporting-wise. They'll probably follow. Liverpool and Man United, it seems extremely difficult to see how they will follow their way out. But, I mean, if the majority of the England clubs fold, the other two will have to follow. Otherwise, they'll face expulsion. And the Premier League could still easily tick on without Liverpool and Manchester United. It would suck. It would absolutely suck. However, the likes of City, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham, and then you throw in teams like Leicester, Everton, Leeds, the Wolves, that's still a Premier League that people would want to see. That is still the big revenue money. And Chelsea being the one to fold, I think is big. It is so big, considering our history and the amount of titles that we play for. And I mean, the chance for us to even play for the Champions League title this year. That is huge! It is absolutely huge! And listen, the fans outside Stamford Bridge, if I wasn't an American, I would happily be there with you. I'm a little jealous that I'm not there right now, but I'm just so buzzing at this moment. It's unbelievable. Oh, God. I did not actually think Chelsea would be the one to fall in terms of the English clubs. Pep Guardiola came out scathing against it today. He was livid against the Super League. He wanted no part of it. He said there was no sporting merit to it whatsoever. What is the point of it? And I agree with him. I totally agree with him. Jurgen Klopp yesterday talked about leaving Liverpool. He talked about leaving Liverpool because of the stupid Super League. And now Chelsea being the first domino to fall. God, yes, Chelsea are leaving this. Let's go! Let's go! Officially reported, Chelsea are leaving the Super League. Listen, we are the cowards, okay? We will do whatever it takes to continue to get our current revenue, and you cannot piss off Chelsea fans. You cannot piss off the players. We will withdraw our money, and the fact that they're looking to build a new Stamford Bridge means that they need that Chelsea money. They need the fans' money, and I love that it took the Chelsea fans to get it. And I honestly, I'm happy Chelsea got cold feet. I don't care what anybody else says about the European Super League. I get that our director, I don't know if he's our director of football, because that's Marina Graniskova. What is Bruce Buck? Is he like the COO or something like that? Like, is it that like his job or his principal? But I don't know exactly what he did. But thank God, Chelsea Football Club, the first domino to fall. We will obviously be updated on probably the next 24 hours on who else falls, because they were talking about kicking Chelsea out of the Champions League as early as Friday before the ties would have happened. So the fact that Chelsea are leaving already the European Super League on a holiday, 420 of all days, is unbelievable. Okay, please guys go take a look at my video if you guys want to see my disgusted and shocked reaction. I was actually near tears earlier reading about the Super League because it makes no sense to me whatsoever. It just seems so Americanized. As a guy who watches the NBA and the NFL, they wanted to Americanize football. They wanted to Americanize European football purely for profit. And it just makes, I think it's literally for Spanish clubs' profit. Real Madrid and Barcelona are nearly $1 billion each in debt. Like, Italy, or Inter and AC Milan are millions upon millions, hundreds of millions in debt, both of them. Juve are the only one that are really riding the ship, and that's, honestly, they're going in debt because of Ronaldo. So, those 5 clubs were literally living on a prayer, hoping that the Premier League clubs would stay in the Super League because they need those billions of dollars. Florentino Perez isn't doing this to save football. He's doing it to save Real Madrid. Shouldn't have built a new stadium. You did that to yourself. $500 million in debt for a new stadium. That makes no sense. Real Madrid will survive. They're Real Madrid. They're okay. They will survive. But they don't need us to do it. Okay? Don't let them leech off of us to do it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Obviously, this is a happy video. If you made it to this point, please go check out the other videos. I think this will be up first, so they probably won't be done just yet. But, come back to the channel. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and we will get back to this later. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.